Beyond the Matrix, A Journey to Authentic Freedom and Conscious Living, published by realmbooks YouTube channel. Written by Sophia Dabak. Who is this book for? This book is for seekers, those who feel that there is more to life than what they have been told. It is for individuals who sense that they are trapped in a system of societal expectations, limiting beliefs, and programmed thinking, yet yearn to break free and reclaim their own power. This book is for truth seekers, people who question the mainstream narrative and want to uncover the deeper truths about reality, society, and personal freedom. Free thinkers, those who refuse to accept life as it is presented to them and are ready to explore new perspectives beyond conventional wisdom. Individuals feeling stuck. If you feel trapped in a repetitive cycle of work, obligations, and societal pressures, this book will help you break free from the invisible chains holding you back. Spiritual explorers, those who seek deeper meaning in life and want to reconnect with their higher consciousness beyond the distractions of the modern world. People who want more control over their lives. If you feel like your thoughts, emotions, and actions are influenced by external forces and you want to regain control, this book will guide you towards self-mastery. Anyone ready for change? Whether you're disillusioned with the current system or simply feel that something isn't right, this book provides practical insights and strategies for stepping into a more authentic, conscious, and liberated life. If you have ever felt that there is more to reality than what meets the eye, that you are capable of greater personal freedom, and that you want to live life on your own terms, then this book is for you. Get ready to challenge your beliefs, expand your mind, and step outside the matrix. The purpose of this book is to awaken, empower, and liberate those who feel trapped in a system that dictates how they should think, behave, and live. It is a guide for breaking free from societal conditioning, limiting beliefs, and programmed thinking that keep us confined to a false reality, the matrix. This book serves as a roadmap to personal freedom by helping you recognize the illusion, understand the forces that shape your thoughts, decisions, and worldview, and identify the ways in which society, media, and institutions condition your mind. Awaken your true self. Learn to see beyond the distractions, fears, and expectations imposed by the matrix and connect with your authentic essence. Reclaim your power. Develop the mental, emotional, and spiritual tools needed to break free from unconscious programming and take full control of your life. Expand your consciousness. Shift your perspective to a higher level of awareness where you can think freely, question everything, and make conscious choices. Live with purpose and authenticity. Create a life based on your own values, passions, and truths, rather than following a predefined path dictated by external influences. This book is not just about knowledge, it's about transformation. It will challenge you to question everything you thought was real, provide practical steps to free yourself from mental and emotional limitations, and empower you to build a life of conscious awareness and true personal sovereignty. If you are ready to break free from the matrix and step into a world of deeper understanding, true freedom, and limitless potential, then this book is your key to unlocking that reality. Chapter 1. Introduction. Understanding the concept of the matrix. What is the matrix? The concept of the matrix is more than just a reference to the famous sci-fi movie. It is a metaphor for the invisible systems that shape our reality, influence our thoughts, and limit our potential. The matrix is the mental, emotional, and societal programming that dictates how we perceive the world, make decisions, and live our lives. It is a structure designed to keep people obedient, predictable, and disconnected from their true selves. From the moment we are born, we are conditioned to follow rules, obey authority, and conform to expectations. We are told how to think, what to believe, what success looks like, and even what we should desire. This conditioning is reinforced through education, media, religion, culture, and economic systems, making it difficult for most people to see beyond the illusion. But what if everything you've been taught about reality is only a fraction of the truth? What if the life you are living is not truly your own, but a script written for you by society? To understand the Matrix, we must first recognize the ways it controls us, the illusions it creates, and the steps we can take to break free. How the Matrix controls us. The Matrix is built on control mechanisms that shape our perception of reality. These mechanisms include 1. Social conditioning from childhood. We are taught what is right and wrong based on societal expectations rather than our personal experiences. This conditioning influences every aspect of life, including education. Schools teach obedience, memorization, and conformity rather than critical thinking, creativity, and self-discovery. Career paths. We are led to believe that success means working a 9-to-5 job, climbing the corporate ladder, and accumulating wealth, often at the cost of our happiness. Relationships. Social norms dictate whom we should love, how we should interact, and what acceptable relationships look like. Example: imagine a child who loves painting but is constantly told to focus on real subjects like math and science because art doesn't pay the bills. Over time, the child abandons their passion in favor of what society deems practical, becoming another cog in the system. Practice. Think about areas in your life where you are conforming because of societal expectations. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I truly want to, or because I was told this is the right path? What would I do differently if there were no societal rules or expectations? 2. Fear-based control. The Matrix keeps people trapped by using fear as a tool for control. Fear prevents individuals from questioning authority, taking risks, or thinking for themselves. Common fear-based programming includes fear of failure. Society teaches us that failure is shameful, rather than a necessary step toward success. Fear of judgment. People conform to societal norms because they are afraid of being criticized or ostracized. Fear of scarcity. We are programmed to believe that money and resources are limited, which forces people into survival mode, keeping them stuck in jobs they hate. Example: a talented musician might choose a safe career in finance because they fear instability and poverty. This fear-based decision keeps them trapped in a life that doesn't align with their true passion. Practice. Identify one fear that has been preventing you from pursuing something you truly want. Challenge that fear by asking, is this fear based on reality or just a conditioned belief? What's the worst that could happen if I face this fear? 3. The illusion of choice. The Matrix creates the illusion of freedom by offering people prepackaged options, making them believe they have control. However, these options are often carefully designed to keep people within the system. Politics. The system presents two or more opposing sides, but they are often controlled by the same forces, ensuring that the real power structure remains intact. Consumerism. We are constantly given choices between different brands, but all are owned by the same corporations, leading to false diversity. Religion and ideologies. Many belief systems offer different paths, but they are often based on control, guilt, and restriction rather than true enlightenment. Example: a person who wants to break free from corporate life might be told they can choose between different companies, but the entire corporate structure is built on the same fundamental principles: trading time for money and obeying authority. Practice. Reflect on areas where you believe you have choice. Ask yourself, am I truly making my own decisions, or am I choosing between pre-designed options given to me? What would true freedom look like in this area of my life? How to recognize the Matrix in your own life. The first step to escaping the Matrix is awareness. If you don't recognize the prison, you won't even realize you need to escape. 1. Pay attention to repetitive patterns. Do you feel stuck in a cycle of work, stress, and temporary relief? Do you see the same problems occurring in different areas of life? Example: many people feel exhausted by the work-sleep-repeat cycle, but believe they have no other choice. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward breaking free. Practice. Write down any repetitive patterns in your life that feel limiting or unfulfilling. Ask yourself, why do I keep repeating this cycle? What would need to change for me to break free? 2. Question everything. Who benefits from you believing what you believe? Are the things you were taught about life, success, and happiness truly your own beliefs, or were they implanted by society? Example: many people believe that success means owning a big house, driving an expensive car, and working long hours. But is that truly success, or just a definition created by society? Practice. Choose one belief you hold strongly and question its origin. Ask, where did this belief come from? Does this belief serve me, or does it keep me limited? 3. Observe the distractions. The matrix is full of distractions designed to keep you from thinking deeply about life. These distractions include endless social media scrolling, mindless entertainment, consumer culture. Example: a person feels dissatisfied with their job, but instead of addressing it, they binge-watch Netflix or spend hours on social media to escape. Practice. Monitor how much time you spend on distractions versus meaningful activities. Ask yourself, is this activity enriching my life or numbing me? What would happen if I spent this time reflecting, learning, or creating something valuable? Conclusion. The awakening begins. Understanding the concept of the matrix is the first step toward freedom. The more you question the world around you, the clearer you will see the systems that influence your thoughts, actions, and desires. The journey to escaping the matrix is not about rebellion. It's about awareness, personal empowerment, and conscious living. In the next chapters, we will explore how to break free from societal conditioning, develop independent thinking, and build a life based on your own truth. Key takeaways. 1. The matrix is a system of social conditioning, fear-based control, and illusionary choice that keeps people in predictable cycles. 2. Awareness is the first step to breaking free. Recognize where societal programming influences your decisions. 3. Question everything: your beliefs, patterns, and distractions. True freedom begins when you start thinking for yourself. 4. Your journey to freedom starts now. Stay open, stay curious, and get ready to reclaim your power. Are you ready to take the next step? Let's begin the journey to true freedom in the next chapter. Chapter 2. Awareness and Perception. Recognizing the illusions around you. Introduction. The power of awareness. Awareness is the first step toward escaping the matrix. Without awareness, we remain trapped in cycles of conditioned thinking, false beliefs, and manipulated perceptions. The illusions around us are carefully designed to keep us asleep, preventing us from questioning the reality we experience. But what if everything you thought you knew about the world was filtered through a lens of illusion? What if your perception of reality was shaped not by truth, but by societal conditioning, media influence, and subconscious programming? In this chapter, we will explore how perception works, how illusions are created, and how to sharpen your awareness so you can begin seeing beyond the matrix. How perception shapes reality. Your perception is your personal interpretation of reality. It is shaped by your beliefs, your experiences, your environment. The information you consume. Two people can experience the exact same event, but interpret it completely differently based on their perceptions. This is why truth is often subjective, not because absolute truth doesn't exist, but because most people see what they are conditioned to see. Example: imagine two people walking in a city. Person A sees the tall buildings, busy streets, and advertisements and thinks, "This is an incredible place full of opportunities." Person B sees the same city and thinks, "This place is chaotic, polluted, and filled with stress." The city itself has not changed, only the perception of it has. This proves that reality is filtered through the mind. Practice. Think about a major event in your life that you once considered negative. How did your perception shape your reaction? Looking back now, can you see that event differently? What lessons or opportunities did that experience bring? This exercise helps you realize that perception is fluid, meaning you have the power to change how you see reality. The 5 major illusions that keep you trapped in the matrix. The matrix thrives on illusion, fabricated ideas that keep people distracted, obedient, and unaware of their true potential. Here are 5 of the most powerful illusions that shape your perception. 1. The illusion of choice. Many people believe they have freedom of choice, but in reality, most choices are predesigned by external forces. The illusion of choice makes people feel empowered while keeping them confined within predetermined options. Example: you think you have political freedom because you can vote, but in reality, both sides of the system are controlled by the same interests. You think you have consumer choice, but most products are owned by a handful of giant corporations. You think you can choose your career path, but the options available are limited by societal norms, education systems, and economic conditions. Practice. Look at a major choice you've made. Ask yourself, was this choice truly mine, or was it influenced by societal pressure, marketing, or fear? Imagine what your decision might look like if there were no societal expectations. What would you truly choose? Breaking free from the illusion of choice means questioning every decision and creating your own options instead of choosing between pre-designed ones. 2. The illusion of time. The Matrix teaches us that time is scarce, that we must rush through life, work tirelessly, and always chase the next goal. This creates stress, anxiety, and a constant sense of never being enough. Example: society tells you to follow a timeline, graduate by 22, get a job, get married, buy a house, retire at 65. But who decided this was the right path for everyone? People constantly say, "I don't have time," but the real issue is misallocation of energy. Instead of enjoying the present, many people live either regretting the past or fearing the future, both of which are illusions. Practice. Take a moment to pause and fully experience the present moment. What sounds do you hear? What sensations do you feel? Question your relationship with time. Are you constantly rushing, or are you making conscious choices about how you spend your time? Once you detach from the illusion of time, you begin to live more fully, appreciating each moment without fear of the past or future. 3. The illusion of authority. One of the biggest illusions in the Matrix is that authority figures always know best. We are conditioned from birth to trust teachers, government officials, religious leaders, doctors, and scientists. While some authority figures have valuable knowledge, blindly obeying without questioning keeps you in the matrix. Example: in history, people once believed the Earth was the center of the universe because authorities said so. Only those who questioned the narrative discovered the truth. Many people believe mainstream news without realizing that most media outlets are owned by a few powerful corporations that shape the narrative. Practice. Identify one belief you hold simply because an authority figure told you it was true. Research alternative perspectives and ask, is this belief based on facts, or was it implanted through conditioning? Escaping the illusion of authority doesn't mean rejecting all guidance. It means thinking for yourself and recognizing that authority does not equal truth. 4. The illusion of happiness. Through materialism, the matrix conditions us to believe that happiness comes from external achievements, such as money, status, possessions, career success. While material success can bring comfort, it does not guarantee happiness. Many wealthy individuals still feel unfulfilled because happiness is an internal state, not an external possession. Example: someone buys an expensive car, thinking it will make them happy. After a few weeks, the excitement fades and they start craving the next thing. A person works 80-hour weeks to afford a luxury lifestyle, but has no time to enjoy life. Practice. Ask yourself, what truly brings me happiness? Write down 3 non-material things that make you feel fulfilled. Start focusing on internal happiness rather than external validation. Escaping this illusion allows you to stop chasing endless desires and start living in alignment with true joy. Breaking free from the illusions. Now that you recognize these illusions, how do you break free? 1. Practice critical thinking. Always question narratives, whether they come from media, education, or authority figures. Seek multiple perspectives before forming a belief. 2. Become the observer of your own mind. Notice when you're acting out of conditioning rather than conscious choice. Practice mindfulness to observe your thoughts without identifying with them. 3. Develop inner awareness. Meditate, journal, or spend time in solitude to connect with your authentic self. Shift your focus from external validation to internal peace. 4. Take back control of your perception. Recognize that your beliefs shape your reality. Start creating your own meaning rather than following pre-made narratives. Conclusion: your awakening has begun. Recognizing the illusions of the matrix is the first step toward true freedom. By sharpening your awareness and questioning everything, you regain control over your own mind and life. In the next chapter, we will dive deeper into how your beliefs shape your reality and how to reprogram your mind for a life of true sovereignty and freedom. Are you ready to take the red pill? Let's continue this journey to awakening and liberation. Chapter 3: Mind Programming: How Beliefs Shape Our Reality. Introduction. The power of the mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It shapes your perception, influences your decisions, and ultimately determines the reality you experience. However, what most people don't realize is that our minds have been programmed since birth. The beliefs we hold about ourselves, success, happiness, money, relationships, and the world are often not our own. They have been implanted in us by society, media, education systems, family, and cultural conditioning. But what if these programmed beliefs are limiting us? What if the reality we experience is not truly ours, but one created by a system designed to keep us obedient, small, and powerless? In this chapter, we will explore how beliefs are formed, how they shape reality, and how we can reprogram our minds to break free from limiting thought patterns. By understanding and reshaping our mental programming, we can step outside the matrix and begin creating a reality that aligns with our true potential. How beliefs are formed. The subconscious mind. The operating system of your life. The subconscious mind is like a supercomputer running in the background. It controls 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This part of the mind is programmed before the age of 7, when we absorb information like a sponge. At this stage, we do not critically analyze what we are told. We simply accept it as truth. If you were told as a child that money is evil, you may struggle with financial success as an adult. If you are told you are not smart enough, you might sabotage your own success, even if you have the ability. These deep-rooted beliefs become the lens through which we see the world. They influence how we react to challenges, what we believe is possible, and whether we take risks or stay in fear. Who programs our beliefs? Your mind is programmed by external influences, whether you realize it or not. The biggest programmers of your mind include 1. Family and childhood environment. Parents, caregivers, and teachers shape your worldview. If your family struggled financially, you might have inherited a scarcity mindset. If you were constantly criticized, you may have developed low self-worth. 2. Education system. Schools condition students to follow orders rather than think critically. Creativity and independent thought are often discouraged. The system rewards obedience rather than innovation. 3. Media and news. News outlets use fear-based programming to keep people in a constant state of anxiety. Entertainment and advertising manipulate desires, making people feel incomplete without material possessions. 4. Religion and cultural beliefs. Societal and religious norms dictate what is right and wrong, often limiting personal freedom. Many traditions are followed without questioning who created them or why. 5. Government and social systems. Governments rely on mass compliance to maintain control. People are programmed to believe they must rely on authority figures rather than trusting their own instincts. Example: imagine you grow up in a household where your parents constantly say, "Life is hard, and you have to work yourself to exhaustion just to survive." Even if you later become successful, you might still feel guilty when life is easy or resist opportunities for wealth because your subconscious mind believes struggle is necessary. Practice. Identifying your limiting beliefs. Take a moment to write down your core beliefs about money, success, relationships, happiness, your own abilities. Then ask yourself: 1. Where did this belief come from? 2. Is this belief objectively true, or was it implanted in me? 3. Does this belief empower me or limit me? The first step to breaking free is recognizing the beliefs that are not truly yours. How beliefs shape your reality. The brain as a filter. Your brain does not see reality as it is. It sees reality as you expect it to be. This is known as the reticular activating system, a part of your brain that filters information based on your existing beliefs. If you believe people are untrustworthy, your brain will only notice examples of betrayal. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, you will start seeing them daily. Example: the power of perspective. 2 people face the same challenge, losing their job. Person A believes life is unfair and falls into depression. Person B believes every setback is an opportunity and uses the experience to start a successful business. The situation was the same, but their beliefs shaped their reality. Practice. Shifting your perception. Write down a challenge you are currently facing. Ask yourself, what belief is shaping my perception of this situation? Reframe the belief into something empowering. Instead of "this is unfair," say "this is teaching me resilience." By shifting your beliefs, you change the way your brain interprets reality, leading to new outcomes. How to reprogram your mind. Now that we understand how beliefs shape our reality, how do we replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones? 1. Identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't do this," stop and ask, "Is this true, or is it just a belief?" Look for evidence that disproves the belief. 2. Use affirmations to install new beliefs. Affirmations rewire the subconscious mind. Choose statements that reflect the beliefs you want to adopt. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Abundance flows easily into my life. I trust myself and my intuition. 3. Visualize your new reality. The mind cannot tell the difference between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself living with new beliefs. See yourself confident and successful, happy and fulfilled, breaking free from societal expectations. 4. Take action to reinforce new beliefs. If you believe you are courageous, do something that challenges you. If you believe you are abundant, practice generosity and see how resources flow back to you. Action is the final step in making a belief real. Conclusion. Take back control of your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool for creating reality, but only if you take back control of it. The Matrix keeps people asleep by implanting false beliefs, but by questioning, rewriting, and reinforcing empowering beliefs, you break free from the illusion. Key takeaways. 1. Your mind is programmed by external forces, but you have the power to reprogram it. 2. Your beliefs shape your perception of reality. Change your beliefs, and you change your life. 3. Reprogramming requires identifying, challenging, and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. 4. Visualization, affirmations, and action reinforce new beliefs. You are now on the path to mental freedom. In the next chapter, we will explore how to break free from societal conditioning and step into authentic living. Are you ready to unplug from the Matrix? Let's keep going. Chapter 4. Breaking Free from Societal Conditioning. Introduction. What is societal conditioning? From the moment we are born, we are shaped by the environment around us. Our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors are influenced by our families, schools, religions, governments, and media. This process is called societal conditioning, a system designed to ensure that individuals conform to the expectations and norms of their society. But what if this conditioning is not in your best interest? What if it limits your potential, suppresses your individuality, and keeps you stuck in a predefined life script? Breaking free from societal conditioning means unlearning what no longer serves you, reclaiming your independence, and making conscious choices that align with your truth, not the expectations imposed on you. In this chapter, we will explore how societal conditioning works, how it limits us, and practical steps to break free so you can live authentically and independently. How societal conditioning works. Societal conditioning is like an invisible cage. You may not always see it, but it influences nearly every aspect of your life. Here are the key mechanisms through which this conditioning happens. 1. The education system. Programming obedience. Traditional education is not designed to encourage free thinking or creativity. It is designed to create obedient workers and citizens. The school system teaches obedience instead of independent thinking, rewards memorization over creativity, discourages questioning authority. Example: as a child, you may have been curious, asking why about everything. But in school, you were told to just follow the rules. Over time, this suppresses independent thought and makes people passive followers rather than active thinkers. Practice. Think about a subject you were passionate about as a child. Were you encouraged or discouraged from exploring it? Ask yourself, what do I wish I had learned in school that would have actually helped me in life? 2. The workforce. The corporate machine. Most societies condition people to believe that success means getting a stable 9-to-5 job, climbing the corporate ladder, working 40+ years before retiring. This keeps people stuck in a cycle of work, debt, and consumerism, never truly experiencing freedom. Example: John worked at a high-paying corporate job but felt miserable. He realized he was conditioned to equate money with happiness, even though he lacked freedom and fulfillment. Once he started questioning this belief, he transitioned into a lifestyle that aligned with his true passions. Practice. Ask yourself, if money weren't an issue, how would I spend my time? Consider alternative ways of making a living. 3. The illusion of success. Materialism and status. Society teaches us that happiness comes from a big house, a luxury car, a high-status job, yet many wealthy individuals are still unhappy. This is because material success does not equal fulfillment. Example: Lisa worked tirelessly to buy an expensive home, believing it would make her happy. But once she got it, she still felt empty inside. She realized she was chasing society's definition of success, not her own. Practice. Make a list of non-material things that bring you happiness. Ask yourself, what does true success mean to me? 4. Social expectations. The need to conform. Society pressures us to fit in, whether it's through marriage and family expectations, religious or cultural traditions, peer pressure to follow trends, but true freedom comes from authenticity, not conformity. Example: David felt pressured to get married and have children because that's what was expected. But deep down, he wanted to travel and explore life on his own terms. When he finally rejected societal expectations, he felt liberated. Practice. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I truly want to, or because it's expected of me? If there were no external pressures, how would I live my life? The consequences of societal conditioning. Remaining trapped in societal conditioning leads to lack of purpose, living a life based on other people's expectations, not your own. Emotional suppression, being told to act normal rather than express your true emotions. Fear of change, sticking to a safe but unfulfilling path due to fear of judgment or failure. Breaking free requires courage, but the reward is an authentic life filled with meaning and freedom. How to break free from societal conditioning. Step 1. Question everything. Start questioning the beliefs you've been taught. Who benefits from me believing this? Does this belief empower me or limit me? What happens if I reject this belief? Step 2. Identify your own values. Separate your truth from society's expectations. What do I value most in life? What kind of life feels authentic to me? Am I living for myself or for others? Step 3. Limit external influence. Reduce exposure to mainstream news and media that reinforce fear and negativity. Choose what content you consume. Step 4. Challenge social norms. Just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's right for you. Give yourself permission to live differently. Step 5. Take small steps toward freedom. If you feel trapped in a job, start a side hustle or explore new career paths. If relationships feel forced, seek genuine connections rather than societal approval. If materialism isn't fulfilling, shift focus to experiences and personal growth. Living outside the matrix. What does freedom look like? Once you break free from societal conditioning, your life becomes your own. True freedom looks like making choices based on your truth, not external pressures. Living in alignment with your values and passions. Finding fulfillment in experiences, not possessions. Understanding that you are the creator of your own reality. Example: Sophia rejected a high-paying corporate job to pursue travel and remote work. She faced criticism, but ultimately found more happiness, freedom, and fulfillment than she ever had before. Practice. Write down one area of your life where you feel restricted by societal conditioning. List one action you can take today to break free from that limitation. Conclusion: your path to true freedom begins now. Breaking free from societal conditioning is a lifelong process, but every step you take brings you closer to true freedom. Key takeaways. 1. Society conditions people to conform, obey, and fit into predefined roles. 2. Many beliefs about success, happiness, and life are programmed into you, but you can rewrite them. 3. Breaking free requires questioning, redefining your values, and taking action toward an authentic life. 4. Freedom is living on your own terms, making conscious choices, and rejecting fear-based conditioning. Are you ready to escape the illusion and reclaim your life? In the next chapter, we will explore how to practice conscious living and stay free from reprogramming by the system. Let's continue the journey to awakening and sovereignty. Your real life starts now. Chapter 5: Conscious Living, Practicing Mindfulness and Presence Introduction. What is conscious living? In a world that constantly demands our attention, filled with distractions, stress, and endless obligations, it's easy to live on autopilot. Many people wake up, go to work, scroll through their phones, and go to sleep, all without being truly present in their lives. They're physically there, but mentally and emotionally disconnected. Conscious living is about reclaiming your awareness, making intentional choices, and living in the present moment instead of being lost in the past or anxious about the future. It is the practice of mindfulness and presence, which allows you to break free from automatic reactions, cultivate peace, and align with your true self. In this chapter, we will explore the power of mindfulness, how to integrate presence into daily life, and practical exercises to help you live consciously. The dangers of living on autopilot: most people react to life rather than consciously living it. This state of unconsciousness can manifest in many ways. Mindless consumption, scrolling through social media for hours, binge-watching TV, or shopping for things you don't need to fill an emotional void. Emotional reactivity, letting external events dictate your emotions, whether it's a rude comment, a traffic jam, or a negative news story. Lack of awareness, being so caught up in thoughts and worries that you fail to notice the beauty of the present moment. Living in the future or past, obsessing over past regrets or anxieties about the future instead of fully experiencing the now. Example: the mindless morning routine. John wakes up, grabs his phone, scrolls through social media, rushes to work, complains about his boss, comes home, watches TV to relax, and goes to bed feeling unsatisfied. He repeats this routine every day. He never pauses to reflect on what he truly wants or to appreciate the present moment. His life is passing by, but he is not fully experiencing it. Practice. Observe your daily routine. Are there moments when you are acting without awareness? Make a list of habits you do on autopilot. Choose one habit to perform with full awareness today. The power of mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, observing your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without judgment. It allows you to engage with life deeply, rather than just rushing through it. When you are mindful, you feel more connected to yourself and others. Reduce stress and anxiety by focusing on what is real, rather than imagined fears. Enhance your senses. Food tastes better. Music sounds richer. Conversations become deeper. Make better decisions by responding consciously instead of reacting impulsively. The science behind mindfulness: studies show that practicing mindfulness reduces stress and anxiety by lowering cortisol levels, improves emotional regulation by strengthening the prefrontal cortex, enhances overall happiness by increasing dopamine and serotonin. How to practice mindfulness in daily life. You don't have to meditate for hours to be mindful. Mindfulness is a way of living, not just an activity. 1. Mindful breathing. The foundation of presence. The breath is an anchor to the present moment. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or lost in thought, return to your breath. Practice. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat for 5 minutes, simply observing your breath. Example: Emma used to react with frustration when stuck in traffic. Now, she practices mindful breathing instead. She inhales deeply, feels the air filling her lungs, and exhale slowly, bringing herself back to calmness. Why it works. Brings immediate awareness to the present moment. Reduces stress and resets your nervous system. 2. Mindful eating. Savoring every bite. Most people eat while distracted, watching TV, checking their phone, or thinking about work. Mindful eating transforms a simple meal into a rich experience. Practice. Before eating, take a moment to look at your food. Notice the colors, textures, and smells. Take a small bite and chew slowly, paying full attention to the taste. Notice the sensations in your mouth, flavors, textures, and warmth. Eat without distractions, no TV, phone, or multitasking. Example: David used to eat lunch while checking emails, barely noticing his food. After practicing mindful eating, he began enjoying his meals more, feeling more satisfied, and eating healthier. Why it works. Improves digestion and prevents overeating. Enhances appreciation for food. Helps break unhealthy eating habits. 3. Mindful walking. Turning a simple walk into meditation. Walking is something we do daily, but few people do it with full awareness. Mindful walking allows you to reconnect with your body and surroundings. Practice. Walk at a slow, natural pace. With each step, feel the sensation of your foot touching the ground. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Observe your surroundings, the sky, the trees, the sounds of birds or cars. Example: Sophia used to rush from one place to another, always in a hurry. After practicing mindful walking, she began feeling more grounded and present, enjoying the simple act of moving through the world. Why it works. Strengthens connection between body and mind. Increases appreciation for the world around you. 4. Mindful listening. Deepening connections. Most people listen to respond, not to understand. Mindful listening improves relationships by allowing you to be fully present in conversations. Practice. When someone speaks, focus only on their words. Don't think about what you'll say next. Notice their facial expressions, tone of voice, and emotions. Pause before responding, ensuring your reply is thoughtful. Example: Jake used to interrupt people mid-sentence, eager to share his thoughts. After practicing mindful listening, he noticed that his relationships improved because people felt heard and valued. Why it works. Deepens relationships by showing genuine interest. Prevents misunderstandings. Creating a mindful life. Practical daily habits. Mindfulness is not something you do for a few minutes and forget. It is a way of living. Here are small habits that make mindfulness part of your daily life. Wake up without checking your phone immediately. Take a moment of gratitude before getting out of bed. Do one task at a time with full attention. Take deep breaths whenever you feel overwhelmed. End your day by reflecting on 3 moments you fully enjoyed. Example: the conscious morning routine. Instead of checking his phone first thing, Michael takes 3 deep breaths, stretches mindfully, sips his coffee, enjoying the warmth and aroma, starts his day feeling calm and centered instead of rushed. Conclusion: the path to a conscious life. Mindfulness is the key to breaking free from the distractions and noise of the world. By practicing presence, you reconnect with yourself, experience deeper joy, and live with intention. Key takeaways. 1. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to life instead of experiencing it. 2. Mindfulness brings awareness, peace, and joy to everyday moments. 3. Practices like mindful breathing, eating, walking, and listening can transform your experience. 4. Mindfulness is a daily habit, not just a one-time practice. Are you ready to fully experience life instead of just existing? In the next chapter, We will explore how to sustain awareness and live free from reconditioning by the Matrix. Let's continue on this journey to full consciousness and freedom. Your life is happening right now, don't miss it. Chapter 6. Rewriting Your Inner Script. Tools for Self-Reprogramming Introduction. The power of reprogramming your mind is like a computer. It operates based on the programming it has received since childhood. This programming consists of beliefs, fears, habits, and thought patterns that shape your perception of reality. If you feel stuck, anxious, or unfulfilled, it's likely because you are running on an outdated inner script that no longer serves you. But here's the good news. You can rewrite your inner script. Self-reprogramming allows you to take control of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, replacing limiting patterns with empowering ones. This chapter will guide you through practical tools and exercises to help you rewrite your mental programming and create a new reality that aligns with your true potential. Understanding your inner script. Your inner script is the collection of subconscious beliefs that dictate how you see yourself and the world. These beliefs can be positive or negative, but most people carry limiting beliefs that prevent them from achieving success, happiness, and fulfillment. Where do these beliefs come from? Childhood experiences, messages from parents, teachers, and authority figures shape our core beliefs. Society and culture. We are taught what is acceptable and possible based on cultural norms. Personal traumas. Past experiences can create fear-based thought patterns. Media influence. News, movies, and advertisements shape our subconscious perceptions. Examples of limiting inner scripts. I'm not smart enough. Money is hard to earn. I will always struggle. I'm not good at relationships. I don't deserve success. These beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies, meaning that your mind will always look for evidence to confirm them. If you believe you are not good enough, you will unconsciously sabotage your own success. Practice. Identifying your inner script. Take a moment to reflect on the following. 1. What are 3 recurring negative thoughts you have about yourself? 2. Where do these beliefs come from? 3. How have these beliefs influenced your actions and decisions? The first step to reprogramming is awareness. Once you identify your limiting script, you can begin to change it. Tools for self-reprogramming. Now that you are aware of your inner script, let's dive into powerful techniques to rewrite your mental programming. 1. Affirmations. The power of repeated thought. Affirmations are positive statements that help rewire your subconscious mind. By repeating affirmations daily, you begin to override negative beliefs with new, empowering ones. How to use affirmations effectively. Speak them out loud with emotion and conviction. Write them in a journal every morning and night. Record them and listen to them throughout the day. Examples of reprogramming affirmations. I am worthy of success and happiness. I am confident and capable. Money flows easily and abundantly to me. I deserve love and meaningful relationships. Example. Sarah grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil. This belief made her uncomfortable with financial success. She started using the affirmation, money is a tool that allows me to create positive change. After months of repetition, her mindset shifted, and she was able to attract more financial opportunities. Practice. Identify one limiting belief you have. Create an affirmation that counters it. Repeat it for 30 days and observe how your mindset shifts. 2. Visualization. Creating a new mental blueprint. Your mind cannot distinguish between reality and vivid imagination. By visualizing your desired reality, you train your brain to accept it as truth, making it more likely to manifest. How to visualize effectively. 1. Close your eyes and relax. 2. Imagine yourself living the life you desire. See the details. Where are you? Who are you with? How do you feel? 3. Engage all senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel? 4. Hold the image for 5 to 10 minutes daily. 5. Feel gratitude as if it has already happened. Example: David wanted to overcome his fear of public speaking. Every night, he visualized himself speaking confidently in front of an audience, feeling calm and powerful. After weeks of practice, his real-life confidence improved dramatically. Practice. Choose a goal or change you desire. Spend 5 minutes visualizing it every morning for the next week. 3. Hypnosis and guided meditation. Hypnosis is a deep state of relaxation where the subconscious mind is more open to suggestions. This makes it a powerful tool for reprogramming beliefs. How to use hypnosis for self-reprogramming. Listen to hypnosis recordings before bed. Use guided meditations that focus on confidence, abundance, or healing. Record your own voice saying positive affirmations and play it while you sleep. Example: Emily struggled with low self-worth. She listened to a self-love hypnosis track every night for 2 months. Over time, she noticed a significant increase in her confidence and self-acceptance. Practice. Find a hypnosis or guided meditation related to the belief you want to change. Listen to it every night for 30 days. 4. Journaling. Writing to rewire your mind. Journaling helps you uncover hidden beliefs, track progress, and reinforce positive changes. Effective journaling exercises. Rewriting the past. Write about a negative experience, but reframe it in a positive, empowering way. Future self letter. Write a letter from your future self, describing the success and happiness you have achieved. Gratitude journal. Write down 5 things you are grateful for daily to shift your focus to abundance. Example: Mark used journaling to reframe his failures as lessons. Instead of seeing past mistakes as proof of inadequacy, he wrote about what he learned and how he grew. This helped him develop a growth mindset. Practice. Spend 10 minutes journaling each night about a positive shift in your thinking. 5. Taking action. Reinforcing new programming. Mindset work is powerful, but action is what solidifies change. The brain learns best through experience, so to rewrite your inner script, you must act in alignment with your new beliefs. How to take action towards your new reality. If you believe you are confident, speak up in a meeting. If you believe you deserve love, set boundaries and attract positive relationships. If you believe you are successful, take 1 step toward your goal daily. Example: Jessica used to believe she was shy and introverted. After affirming, "I am socially confident," she challenged herself to start conversations with strangers. Over time, her confidence became natural. Practice. Write down 1 action step related to your new belief. Do it today, no hesitation. Conclusion: you have the power to reprogram your mind, your thoughts, create your reality. If you want a different life, you must install new beliefs, reinforce them through action, and stay consistent. Key takeaways. 1. Your inner script was programmed by external influences, but you can rewrite it. 2. Tools like affirmations, visualization, hypnosis, and journaling rewire the subconscious mind. 3. Action is the final step. By acting in alignment with your new beliefs, you solidify change. 4. Self-reprogramming requires daily practice, but the rewards are life-changing. Are you ready to take back control of your mind and create a reality of your own choosing? In the next chapter, we will explore how to heal emotional wounds and remove subconscious blocks that hold you back from true freedom. Your transformation begins now. Keep going. Chapter 7: Emotional Freedom. Healing Past Wounds and Releasing Fear. Introduction. The path to emotional liberation. Emotions are powerful forces that shape how we think, behave, and experience life. However, many people carry emotional wounds from the past, unresolved pain, traumas, and fears that continue to influence their present reality. These wounds often become invisible chains, keeping people trapped in self-doubt, anxiety, and limiting beliefs. True emotional freedom comes when you heal these wounds, release stored emotions, and free yourself from the fears that have been controlling you. This chapter will guide you through understanding emotional wounds, recognizing how fear holds you back, and practical steps to heal and move forward. Understanding emotional wounds. What are emotional wounds? Emotional wounds are the result of past experiences that cause deep pain, fear, or insecurity. These experiences create emotional imprints that shape our subconscious beliefs and reactions. Some common sources of emotional wounds include childhood experiences, feeling unloved, abandoned, or criticized. Betrayal and rejection, being hurt by people you trusted. Failures and disappointments, experiencing loss or setbacks. Societal conditioning, being told you are not enough or unworthy. Even if these events happened years ago, they can still affect your self-esteem, relationships, and ability to take risks. Signs you are holding on to emotional wounds. You feel triggered by certain situations or people. You experience fear of rejection, failure, or abandonment. You engage in self-sabotaging behaviors. You struggle to express emotions or set boundaries. You feel stuck in the past and unable to move forward. Example: the wound of rejection as a child. Mia's parents constantly compared her to others, making her feel never good enough. As an adult, she avoids taking risks because she fears rejection. Even when opportunities arise, she hesitates, assuming she will fail. Her emotional wound, the belief that she is unworthy, has shaped her reality, limiting her potential. Practice: identifying your emotional wounds. Think of a recurring emotional pattern in your life. Ask yourself, where did this pattern come from? What past event caused this pain? Write down one belief that this wound has created in your mind. Acknowledging your wounds is the first step to healing them. How fear holds you back. Fear is a natural emotion designed to protect us, but when fear is based on past wounds rather than present danger, it becomes a prison. Many people live trapped by fears that no longer serve them. Common fears that keep you stuck. 1. Fear of rejection, avoiding relationships, opportunities, or self-expression because of past rejection. 2. Fear of failure, not trying new things because of past mistakes. 3. Fear of uncertainty, clinging to routine because stepping into the unknown feels scary. 4. Fear of judgment, worrying about what others will think, leading to inauthentic living. Example: fear of failure. Tom once tried to start a business, but it didn't succeed. Now he avoids taking risks, staying in a job he hates because his subconscious mind equates failure with pain. His fear keeps him stuck in mediocrity. Practice: facing your fears. Identify one fear that limits you. Ask yourself, is this fear based on reality, or is it a conditioned response from the past? Write down one small action you can take today to step outside your comfort zone. Facing fears is the key to regaining control over your emotions and future. Healing emotional wounds. Practical steps. 1. Acknowledge and accept the pain. Healing begins with acceptance. Many people suppress their pain, pretending it doesn't exist. But you cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. Practice: sit quietly and think about an emotional wound. Instead of resisting the pain, allow yourself to feel it fully. Say to yourself, I acknowledge this pain. I allow it to exist without judgment. Acceptance releases stored emotional energy and allows healing to begin. 2. Reframe the story you tell yourself. Your emotional wounds are shaped by the story you tell yourself about what happened. By changing the narrative, you reclaim your power. Example: old story. My parents never supported me, so I am unworthy of love. New story. My parents did their best with what they knew. Their actions do not define my worth. Practice. Write down a painful event from your past. Reframe the story in a way that empowers you rather than weakens you. Repeat this new story daily until your subconscious accepts it. Reframing your past shifts your identity from victim to creator. 3. Emotional release techniques. Emotional wounds store energy in the body. Releasing this energy is essential for healing. Methods for releasing stored emotions. Crying, allowing yourself to feel sadness and let go. Writing a letter, writing to someone who hurt you, then destroying the letter as a symbol of release. Physical movement, dance, exercise, or breath work to release emotional tension. Example: the power of letting go. Carlos carried resentment toward his father for years. One day, he wrote a forgiveness letter, expressing everything he never said. He burned it, feeling a weight lift off his chest. Practice. Choose a release technique and commit to doing it this week. Emotional release frees you from carrying pain that no longer serves you. 4. Forgiveness as a tool for freedom. Forgiveness is not about excusing others. It's about releasing yourself from the burden of resentment. Holding on to anger and pain only hurts you. How to practice forgiveness. 1. Recognize that forgiveness is for your own healing. 2. Acknowledge that everyone is shaped by their own wounds. 3. Say, I choose to release this pain and move forward. Example: Lisa held anger toward an ex-partner for years. One day, she realized that resentment was keeping her trapped in the past. She chose to forgive, not for him, but for her own peace. Practice. Write down someone you need to forgive. Say out loud, I release this pain and choose peace. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts of emotional liberation. 5. Creating a new emotional reality. Once you heal past wounds, you must replace old emotional patterns with new, empowering ones. Daily emotional healing practices. Gratitude practice. Focus on what is good in your life. Mindfulness and meditation. Stay present instead of living in past pain. Self-love affirmations. Reprogram your mind to believe in your worth. Setting boundaries. Protect your emotional energy by saying no to toxic influences. Example: the new emotional blueprint. Alex struggled with self-doubt. He started daily self-love affirmations, meditation, and gratitude journaling. Within months, he noticed a dramatic shift in confidence and inner peace. Practice. Choose one new emotional habit and commit to practicing it for 30 days. Emotional freedom comes from conscious daily choices that support healing and growth. Conclusion: embrace your emotional power. Healing past wounds and releasing fear is a journey, not a destination. The more you practice emotional freedom, the more you will step into your power, experience true peace, and live authentically. Key takeaways. 1. Emotional wounds shape your beliefs and behaviors, but they can be healed. 2. Fear is an illusion that keeps you stuck. Facing it leads to growth. 3. Releasing emotions through journaling, forgiveness, and movement frees you from the past. 4. Daily emotional healing practices create long-term transformation. Are you ready to break free from emotional limitations? In the next chapter, we will explore how to develop unshakable confidence and personal power. Your emotional liberation starts now. Step into your power. Chapter 8. The Power of Critical Thinking. Questioning the Narrative Introduction. Why critical thinking matters from the moment we are born. We are taught what to believe. Our opinions, values, and worldviews are shaped by parents, teachers, media, governments, and cultural norms. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, who decides what is true and what is false? Are my beliefs my own, or have they been programmed into me? What if much of what I was taught is only one version of the truth? Critical thinking is the ability to question, analyze, and think independently rather than blindly accepting the narratives given to us. It is the key to mental freedom, helping us break free from false narratives, manipulation, and limiting beliefs. In this chapter, we will explore how critical thinking works, how to identify deception, and practical exercises to sharpen your mind and take control of your own beliefs. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is the ability to question assumptions instead of blindly accepting information. Analyze evidence before forming opinions. Think logically rather than being ruled by emotion. Detect manipulation and hidden agendas. Form independent conclusions rather than following the crowd. In today's world, those who don't think critically are easily controlled. Governments, corporations, and media outlets rely on people not questioning their narratives so they can manipulate public opinion. The ability to think critically is your ultimate tool for mental freedom. How we are conditioned to accept narratives. Most people don't realize that their thoughts and beliefs have been shaped by external forces. Let's look at some of the most powerful influences that condition people to accept certain narratives without question. 1. The education system. Memorization over thinking. Traditional schooling teaches obedience, repetition, and memorization rather than critical thinking. Students are rewarded for following rules, not questioning them. Most school subjects focus on rote learning rather than problem solving. Alternative perspectives are often suppressed. Example: John was always curious about history, but when he asked his teacher why certain events were taught differently in other countries, he was told to just stick to the textbook. This discouraged him from thinking outside the box. Practice. Recall something you learned in school that you never questioned. Research alternative perspectives on that topic. Ask yourself, why was I only taught one version of this? 2. The media. Controlling public perception. News outlets, television, and social media are powerful tools of influence. The news is often designed not to inform, but to manipulate emotions and shape public opinion. Common media tactics include fear-based reporting, keeping people in a state of fear so they are easier to control. Selective information, presenting only one side of a story. Emotional manipulation, using anger, outrage, or sadness to bypass logical thinking. Example: Lisa watched a news segment that made her fearful of a certain group of people. When she researched independently, she found that the real story was more complex than what the media had presented. Practice. The next time you see a shocking news headline, ask yourself, oh, who benefits from me believing this? Oh, what evidence is missing from this report? Seek out multiple sources before forming an opinion. 3. Social norms. The pressure to conform. Society pressures individuals to think, act, and believe in certain ways. Those who question societal norms are often ridiculed or rejected. Examples of societal programming. You must go to college to be successful. You must get married and have kids. Success is defined by wealth and status. Example: David always wanted to be an artist, but his family told him that art wasn't a real job. He conformed to their expectations and became an accountant, but he felt unfulfilled. Later, he realized he had been living someone else's narrative instead of his own. Practice. Write down a belief you have about success, relationships, or life. Ask yourself, Did I choose this belief, or was it imposed on me? Research alternative ways of thinking about this belief. How to identify false narratives now that you understand how narratives are created. How do you spot false or misleading information? 1. Look for emotional manipulation if an argument relies on fear, guilt, or outrage instead of logic and facts. It is likely designed to manipulate you. Example: if you don't vote for this person, disaster will happen. Only a bad person would disagree with this. Practice. The next time you feel a strong emotional reaction to something, pause and ask, oh, is this argument based on facts or just emotional appeal? Oh, what happens if I remove emotion and analyze it logically? 2. Question authority figures. Just because someone is in a position of authority doesn't mean they are right. Throughout history, authority figures have lied, manipulated, and misled the public. Example: governments have used propaganda to justify wars. Corporations have promoted false science to sell products. Practice. When an authority figure makes a claim, ask for evidence. Research independent sources rather than relying on mainstream ones. 3. Follow the money. When trying to uncover the real motive behind a narrative, always ask, who benefits from this belief? Who is making money from this idea? Who gains power if people accept this as truth? Example: pharmaceutical companies profit when people believe they need more medications. The beauty industry profits when people believe they are not attractive enough. Practice. The next time you see an advertisement or political message, ask, oh, is this about truth, or is it about profit? Practical steps to develop critical thinking. 1. Learn to think like a detective. Question everything, especially things you've never questioned before. Gather information from multiple sources before forming an opinion. Look at historical patterns to see how narratives have changed over time. 2. Engage in thought experiments. Ask yourself, what if everything I believed was wrong? Try arguing against your own beliefs to test their strength. 3. Read books that challenge your thinking. Some of the best books to develop critical thinking include 1984 by George Orwell, The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dobelli, Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. 4. Question the experts. Don't assume someone is right just because they have a title. Ask for evidence, logic, and reasoning behind claims. 5. Limit media consumption. Take a break from mainstream media and see how your thinking changes. Follow independent researchers and thinkers. Conclusion. The path to mental freedom. Critical thinking is the most powerful tool for breaking free from the matrix. When you learn to question the narrative, analyze information, and think independently, you regain control over your own mind. Key takeaways. 1. Most people's beliefs are shaped by education, media, and social norms. 2. Emotional manipulation is a key tool used to control public perception. 3. Always question authority, follow the money, and seek multiple perspectives. 4. Developing critical thinking is the key to personal and intellectual freedom. Are you ready to think for yourself? In the next chapter, we will explore how to embrace authenticity and break free from societal expectations. Your mind is yours. Use it wisely. Chapter 9. Authenticity and Personal Freedom. Embracing your true self. Introduction. The journey to personal freedom. Most people go through life wearing masks, adapting their personalities, thoughts, and behaviors to fit into the expectations of society, family, work, and culture. They suppress their true desires, opinions, and individuality to be accepted, avoid rejection, or conform to a pre-designed path. But at what cost? Living inauthentically leads to internal conflict, emotional exhaustion, and a feeling of being trapped. True personal freedom comes when you embrace your authenticity, living in alignment with your core values, desires, and truth, regardless of external expectations. This chapter explores what it means to be truly authentic, how to break free from false identities, and practical ways to live a life of personal freedom. What does it mean to be authentic? Authenticity means being unapologetically yourself, expressing your truth, making choices that align with your soul, and not conforming to expectations that don't serve you. An authentic person knows who they are and what they stand for, lives in alignment with their values rather than societal expectations, speaks their truth even when it's unpopular, feels inner peace because they are not pretending to be someone they're not. Signs you are living inauthentically. You feel trapped in a life that doesn't excite you. You say yes to things you don't want to do just to please others. You feel exhausted from pretending to be someone you're not. You make decisions based on fear of judgment rather than personal desire. Example: the cost of living inauthentically. Anna wanted to be an artist, but her parents pressured her to study law because it was a secure career. She spent years in a profession she hated, feeling empty and disconnected from herself. Eventually, she realized that no amount of money or social approval was worth living someone else's dream. Practice identifying your authentic self. Ask yourself, if no one judged me, what kind of life would I create? List 3 things you do just to please others, even if they don't align with you. Write down 1 small step you can take today to live more authentically. How society pressures you to be someone else. 1. Family expectations. Many people feel obligated to follow the career, lifestyle, or beliefs their families impose. Example: you must get married and have kids. You have to follow our family's traditions. Reality: you are not responsible for fulfilling someone else's dreams. Your life is yours to design. Practice. Write down a belief or expectation your family has for you that does not align with your true self. Ask yourself, do I truly want this? Or am I doing it out of obligation? 2. Social and cultural programming. Society promotes predefined life paths, making people believe they must get a degree, get a job, buy a house, retire. Follow a traditional definition of success. Conform to religious, gender, or lifestyle norms. Reality: there is no one right way to live. Success is whatever brings you joy, fulfillment, and freedom. Example: Mark grew up in a religious household where questioning beliefs was discouraged. However, as he grew older, he started exploring different philosophies. He realized that his true beliefs did not align with his upbringing. By choosing his own spiritual path, he found peace and authenticity. Practice. Identify 1 societal rule or expectation you have blindly followed. Ask yourself, if I had no fear, would I still follow this? 3. Workplace and career pressures. Many people suppress their true selves to fit into the corporate world. Hiding tattoos, changing the way they speak, dressing a certain way. Working jobs they hate just for security. Reality: you do not have to conform to a system that doesn't align with you. You can create alternative income sources that allow personal freedom. Example: David was a banker, but he loved music. He slowly transitioned by building a music business on the side. Over time, he quit his corporate job to pursue his passion full-time. Practice. Ask yourself, if money wasn't an issue, what work would I do? List 1 step you can take today toward that reality. The fear of being your true self. Many people avoid authenticity because of fear. Fear of judgment. What if people reject me? Fear of failure. What if I try and it doesn't work? Fear of losing relationships. What if my friends' family don't accept me? Example: overcoming fear of judgment. Emma loved writing controversial articles, but she feared backlash. She realized that no matter what you do, someone will judge you, so she stopped seeking approval and started expressing herself fully. Practice: overcoming fear. Write down one fear that stops you from being authentic. Challenge it. What is the worst that could happen? Take one small action despite the fear. How to live a life of personal freedom. 1. Define your core values. Your values act as a compass for living authentically. Practice: write down your top 5 values. Ask, is my current life aligned with these values? Make one change to align better with your values. 2. Stop seeking external validation. When you stop caring about opinions, you gain personal freedom. Practice: the next time you make a decision, ask, oh, am I doing this for myself or for approval? 3. Set boundaries and say no. Authenticity requires protecting your energy. Saying no to things that don't align with you is an act of self-respect. Practice: identify one thing you do out of obligation. Practice saying, no, that doesn't align with me. 4. Express your true self unapologetically. Wear what you want. Speak your truth. Share your ideas, even if they're different. Practice: identify one area where you suppress your real self. Take one small action to express yourself more freely. 5. Create a life that aligns with you. Choose relationships that support your growth. Build work that excites you. Design a lifestyle based on freedom and authenticity. Conclusion: the power of living authentically. Authenticity is the ultimate form of personal freedom. When you stop living for others and start living for yourself, you experience true joy, peace, and fulfillment. Key takeaways. 1. Society conditions people to suppress their true selves, but you can break free. 2. Authenticity means living in alignment with your values, desires, and truth. 3. Fear of judgment is an illusion. People will judge no matter what, so be yourself. 4. Personal freedom comes from making conscious choices that align with you. Are you ready to reclaim your true self? In the next chapter, we will explore how to sustain authenticity and avoid falling back into societal conditioning. Your life is yours. Live it unapologetically. Chapter 10: Reconnecting with Purpose. Finding meaning beyond the illusion. Introduction. The search for meaning. Many people go through life feeling empty, lost, or disconnected, as if something is missing, but they can't quite figure out what. They follow the traditional path of education, work, relationships, and societal expectations, yet deep inside, they feel a void. That void exists because they are living without true purpose. Purpose is what gives life meaning and direction. It is what makes us wake up excited, fuels our passions, and brings a sense of fulfillment beyond material success. However, many people have been conditioned to disconnect from their true purpose, living in a way that serves society rather than their own souls. This chapter will explore why purpose is essential, how to reconnect with your own unique mission, and practical steps to align your life with deeper meaning. Why do people lose their sense of purpose? From childhood, most people are taught to focus on survival and conformity, not self-discovery or meaning. Society promotes a scripted life that revolves around getting a stable job rather than doing work that excites them, accumulating wealth rather than seeking fulfillment, seeking approval rather than listening to their own intuition, avoiding failure rather than exploring their passions. Over time, this conditioning buries their true desires under layers of expectations, responsibilities, and fears. Many people don't even question what they truly want until they experience a midlife crisis, depression, or dissatisfaction with life. Example: the lost artist James loved painting as a child, but his parents told him art wasn't a real career. He became an accountant, made good money, but always felt something was missing. Years later, he realized he had ignored his true passion for the sake of financial security, and he began painting again, not for money, but because it made him feel alive. Practice: identifying where you lost your purpose. Ask yourself, what activities brought me joy as a child before the world told me who to be? Write down 3 things you used to love doing but abandoned due to societal expectations. How can you bring them back into your life? The illusion of success versus true purpose. Most people confuse success with purpose. Society defines success by money, fame, power, status, but real purpose comes from impacting others, personal growth, contribution, and service. Living in alignment with your soul's calling. Example: the CEO versus the teacher. A CEO making millions but feeling empty inside versus a school teacher making a modest income but waking up every day excited to inspire children. Who is truly successful? Money and status don't create fulfillment, but living in alignment with your values and passions does. Practice: redefining success for yourself. Write down society's definition of success. Now, write down your own personal definition of success. What truly matters to you? How to reconnect with your true purpose. 1. Listen to your inner voice. Your intuition already knows your purpose. You just need to quiet the noise and listen. Practice: spend 10 minutes in silence every day. Ask yourself, what do I truly want from life? Write down the first thoughts that come without judgment. 2. Identify what brings you joy and fulfillment. Your purpose is often hidden in activities that energize and inspire you. Exercise: write down 5 moments in life where you felt truly happy and alive. What were you doing? Who were you with? Look for patterns. What themes connect these moments? 3. Look at your unique strengths and passions. Your gifts and talents are clues to your mission in life. Practice: write down 3 things you're naturally good at. Write down 3 things you love learning about. How can you combine these to serve the world in a meaningful way? 4. Ask, how can I help others? True purpose is often connected to helping others in some way. Example: a person passionate about fitness could inspire others to live healthier. A person who overcame anxiety could help others do the same. Practice: ask yourself, what struggles have I overcome that I can help others with? Write down 1 way you can use your experiences to impact others. 5. Experiment and take action. Purpose isn't found, it's created through action. Practice: try a new hobby or project that excites you. Volunteer, mentor, or start a side project that aligns with your interests. Take small steps even if you don't have the perfect plan. Example: the late bloomer David thought he had no purpose until he started mentoring young entrepreneurs. It gave him a deep sense of fulfillment, and he realized his purpose was to help others succeed. Overcoming the fear of following your purpose. 1. Fear of failure. Many people avoid pursuing their passion because they fear not being good enough. Reality check: every expert started as a beginner. Mistakes are part of growth, not signs of failure. Practice: take 1 small step toward your passion today, no matter how imperfect. 2. Fear of judgment. People fear being criticized for stepping outside the norm. Reality check: no matter what you do, someone will judge you, so you might as well do what makes you happy. Practice: write down a bold decision you've been afraid to make. Ask, if no one cared what I did, would I still hesitate? 3. Fear of financial instability. Many people stay in jobs they hate because they fear losing financial security. Reality check: Many people make a living doing what they love. It is possible. You can transition slowly rather than take sudden risks. Practice. Identify one small way to monetize your passion. Living a purpose-driven life. Once you reconnect with your purpose, how do you integrate it into your daily life? 1. Align your daily actions with your purpose. Ask every morning, what is one action I can take today that moves me closer to my purpose? 2. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Join communities and groups that share your interests. 3. Set boundaries to protect your purpose. Say no to distractions that don't align with your true mission. 4. Keep learning and growing. Read books, take courses, and continuously expand your skills related to your purpose. Conclusion. You are here for a reason. Your existence is not random. You have a unique purpose that only you can fulfill. When you live in alignment with it, life becomes more meaningful, joyful, and fulfilling. Key takeaways. 1. Purpose is not about money or status. It's about fulfillment and impact. 2. Many people lose their purpose due to societal conditioning, but they can reconnect with it. 3. Your past experiences, skills, and passions are clues to your purpose. 4. Taking action, even in small steps, is the key to living a purpose-driven life. Are you ready to break free from the illusion and step into your true purpose? In the next chapter, we will explore how to sustain motivation and stay on the path of personal freedom. Your purpose is calling. Will you answer? Chapter 11. Sustaining Awareness. Daily Habits to Stay Outside the Matrix. Introduction. The challenge of staying awake, waking up to the truth of reality, understanding the illusions of the Matrix, and breaking free from societal conditioning is only the first step. The real challenge is staying aware and free in a world that constantly tries to pull you back into unconscious living. The Matrix operates on distraction, repetition, and programming. It wants you to fall back into old habits, consume mindlessly, obey without questioning, and live in autopilot mode. But once you have seen the illusion, you cannot unsee it. The key to staying outside the Matrix is to build daily habits that reinforce awareness, critical thinking, and personal sovereignty. This chapter explores practical habits, mental exercises, and daily practices to help you sustain your awakening and never fall back into the trap. Why do people fall back into the Matrix? Even after breaking free, many people slowly slip back into conditioned thinking. Why? 1. The comfort of familiarity. The Matrix provides a sense of routine and predictability, which can feel easier than the discomfort of growth. 2. The influence of social circles. Friends, family, and colleagues who are still inside the Matrix may pressure you to conform. 3. The power of media and distractions. The constant bombardment of news, advertisements, and social media pulls people back into reactive and programmed thinking. 4. Fear and doubt. Society teaches people to doubt their own intuition and trust external authorities instead. Staying awake requires consistent effort and discipline, but the rewards are worth it. Freedom, clarity, and true self-mastery. Daily habits to maintain awareness. 1. Morning mindfulness. Start your day with intention. The way you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. Instead of reaching for your phone or getting lost to distractions, use your mornings to cultivate conscious awareness. Practice. Wake up in silence. Avoid checking your phone first thing in the morning. Take 5 deep breaths and focus on the present moment. Set an intention. Ask yourself, oh, what kind of day do I want to create? Oh, how will I stay aware today? Visualize your freedom. Imagine yourself breaking free from societal programming and living your highest truth. Example: Mark used to wake up and immediately check his phone, flooding his mind with notifications and external influences. Now he spends 10 minutes in silence, setting his own mental state before allowing outside inputs. 2. Daily digital detox. Limit media consumption. The Matrix thrives on overloading your mind with information, most of it negative, fear-based, and designed to keep you distracted. Practice. Reduce news consumption. The news is designed to keep you in a constant state of fear. Limit your exposure to once a day or less. Cure your social media. Unfollow accounts that promote negativity, consumerism, or false narratives. Follow content that promotes growth, knowledge, and empowerment. Set screen-free hours. Have at least 1 hour before bed and after waking up without screens. Example: Lisa noticed that reading news in the morning made her anxious all day. She switched to reading books or listening to educational podcasts, and her mental clarity improved significantly. 3. Question everything. Develop the habit of inquiry. One of the most powerful ways to stay outside the matrix is to question everything you see, hear, and believe. Practice. When you hear a new idea, ask, "Oh, who benefits from me believing this? Oh, is there another perspective? Oh, what evidence supports or contradicts this?" When making decisions, ask, "Oh, is this what I truly want? Or was I conditioned to want this?" Example: James used to blindly trust political news. After developing the habit of questioning, he started researching different perspectives and realized how narratives are often manipulated to shape public opinion. 4. Meditation and presence. Strengthening your mind against conditioning. Meditation helps clear mental noise, reduce external influence, and deepen self-awareness. Practice. Start with 5 to 10 minutes daily. Focus on your breath, thoughts, or surroundings without judgment. If thoughts arise, observe them but don't react. Example: Sarah found herself getting easily triggered by social media debates. After practicing meditation, she became more detached, realizing she didn't have to emotionally react to everything. 5. Avoid mindless consumption. Be intentional with what you absorb. The matrix feeds on distraction and consumerism. Be mindful of what you consume. Practice. Instead of mindless scrolling, read books or deep articles. Instead of watching random TV, choose documentaries or learning-based content. Before buying something, ask, "Do I really need this? Or am I being influenced by marketing?" Example: Jake used to buy gadgets impulsively. After practicing mindful consumption, he realized most purchases were based on advertising, not real needs. 6. Connect with nature. Escape the artificial world. The modern world is designed to keep people indoors, disconnected from nature. Yet, nature is a powerful force for mental clarity and awareness. Practice. Spend at least 30 minutes daily outdoors. Walk in a park, sit in silence, observe nature. Touch grass, trees, or natural surfaces to ground yourself. Watch the sunrise or sunset to reset your natural rhythm. Example: Emma struggled with anxiety until she started taking evening walks in nature, which calmed her mind and helped her stay present. 7. Protect your energy. Be mindful of who you spend time with. Your environment shapes your mindset. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and awareness. Practice. Identify toxic relationships that drain your energy. Limit time with people who push you back into the matrix. Seek out communities of like-minded thinkers. Example: Ryan used to hang out with people who complained about life, but never changed. After distancing himself, he found new friends who inspired him to think bigger. 8. Journal your thoughts. Self-reflection for clarity. Journaling helps you track your growth, patterns, and awareness levels. Practice. Write for 5 minutes each night. Oh, what did I learn today? Oh, did I act from awareness or conditioning? Oh, what can I improve tomorrow? Example: Michael journals nightly, helping him recognize when he's slipping back into unconscious habits and adjust accordingly. Conclusion: your freedom is a daily choice. Escaping the matrix isn't a one-time event. It's a daily commitment to staying aware, questioning reality, and making conscious choices. The world will constantly try to pull you back into unconscious living, but by developing these habits, you can maintain your freedom, clarity, and independence. Key takeaways. 1. The matrix constantly tries to pull you back through distractions, social pressure, and programming. 2. Sustaining awareness requires daily habits like mindfulness, limiting media, and questioning narratives. 3. Your environment shapes your awareness. Be mindful of what you consume and who you surround yourself with. 4. Your freedom is a daily practice, not a one-time realization. Are you ready to sustain your awareness and live outside the matrix for good? In the next chapter, we will explore how to build a future of true sovereignty and ultimate personal freedom. Your awakening is only the beginning.
Keep going.
Chapter 12: A New Reality. Building a Life of Conscious Choice. Introduction. The power of creating your own reality. Breaking free from the matrix is not just about escaping the illusions of societal conditioning. It's about actively creating a new reality, one that is aligned with your true self, values, and desires. Most people react to life, making choices based on fear, programming, and external expectations. But when you live with conscious choice, you become the architect of your own destiny. Now that you have developed awareness, critical thinking, and emotional freedom, the next step is to design and build a life that is truly yours. In this chapter, we will explore how to make decisions that align with your highest self, design a lifestyle based on purpose and freedom, create habits that reinforce a conscious life, step into personal sovereignty and ultimate freedom. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clear roadmap to consciously designing your future instead of being controlled by the past. Why most people do not live consciously. Most people live on autopilot, following a path dictated by social conditioning, fear-based decisions, external distractions. This leads to a life of regret, wishing they had taken different paths, lack of fulfillment, feeling disconnected from their purpose, dependence, relying on external forces for happiness. To build a new reality, you must break free from unconscious living and take full responsibility for your choices. Example: the corporate escapee. Michael spent 15 years in corporate finance because it was the responsible thing to do. One day, he realized he was miserable, stressed, and unfulfilled. He took a leap of faith, left his job, and started an online business around financial coaching, something he was passionate about. Today, he works on his own terms and feels more alive than ever. Practice. Identify where you are living unconsciously. Write down one area of your life where you feel you are not making conscious choices. Ask yourself, if I had no fear, what would I choose instead? Step 1. Define your vision. What kind of life do you want? To create a new reality, you must first clearly define what you want. Most people have vague desires like, I want to be happy. I want more freedom. I want a better life. These statements are too broad. Instead, create a detailed vision of your ideal life. Practice writing your life vision. 1. Lifestyle. Where do you live? What does your daily routine look like? 2. Work and purpose. What do you do that excites you? How do you serve the world? 3. Finances. How do you create income? What is your financial freedom number? 4. Relationships. Who is in your life? How do your relationships feel? 5. Spirituality and growth. How do you continue evolving? Example: instead of saying, I want to be free, say, I wake up in a peaceful home by the beach. Work on creative projects for 4 hours a day, earn money through digital products, travel frequently, and have deep relationships with like-minded people. Step 2. Align your actions with your vision. Most people have dreams, but take no real action toward them. To build a conscious life, your daily actions must match your vision. Practice the reverse engineering method 1. Look at your life vision and break it down into small, achievable goals. 2. Work backward from the ideal outcome to the present moment. 3. Take one small action daily that moves you toward your vision. Example: vision, becoming financially independent and traveling the world. Reverse engineering: O. Identify income sources that allow location freedom. O. Start a side business or remote work opportunity. O. Reduce unnecessary expenses to build savings. O. Take small trips to test the digital nomad lifestyle. By making small conscious changes daily, your reality begins to shift. Step 3. Master decision-making. The art of conscious choice. Conscious living means making intentional decisions, rather than reacting based on emotion or fear. Practice the conscious decision-making framework before making a major decision. Ask: 1. Is this choice based on fear or freedom? 2. Does this align with my highest values and vision? 3. Am I making this choice for myself or because of societal pressure? Example: Emily was offered a high-paying job in a corporate office, but realized it would keep her stuck in a 9-to-5 lifestyle. Instead, she chose a remote position that paid less but gave her freedom and flexibility, aligning with her real values. Step 4. Create an environment that supports awareness. Your environment influences your reality. If you are surrounded by negativity, distractions, or toxic people, it becomes harder to stay aligned with conscious living. Ways to shape your environment for conscious living: declutter your physical space. Remove unnecessary possessions and distractions. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Join communities of like-minded thinkers. Consume conscious content. Read books, listen to podcasts, and engage with people who challenge your thinking. Design your routine with intention. Block time for creativity, deep thinking, and mindfulness. Example: the minimalist shift. John realized that material possessions were keeping him mentally and financially trapped. He downsized his lifestyle, sold unnecessary things, and simplified his daily routine, allowing him to focus on what truly mattered. Step 5. Break free from dependency and create true freedom. Many people stay stuck in systems that control them financially, mentally, and emotionally. To truly live a conscious life, you must create self-sufficiency and sovereignty. Key areas to achieve personal freedom: financial freedom, build income streams that give you independence. Mental freedom, detach from media manipulation and social programming. Health freedom, take charge of your own well-being instead of relying entirely on external systems. Emotional freedom, remove toxic relationships and set clear boundaries. Practice: audit your dependencies. Make a list of where you are dependent on external forces. Create a plan to gradually reduce these dependencies. Example: Jake realized that having only one source of income made him vulnerable. He started investing and creating digital products, so he wouldn't be trapped by a paycheck. Conclusion: you are the creator of your reality. Living a conscious life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making intentional choices every day. When you take control of your mind, decisions, and environment, you become the master of your own reality. Key takeaways. 1. Most people live on autopilot, but you can create a reality of conscious choice. 2. Clearly define your vision, then align your daily actions with it. 3. Every decision should be made with awareness, not fear or programming. 4. Shape your environment and habits to support your freedom. 5. True sovereignty comes from financial, mental, emotional, and lifestyle independence. Are you ready to fully step into your power and design a life of absolute freedom? This is your new reality. Make it yours. Final words. Beyond the Matrix. A journey to authentic freedom and conscious living. Congratulations on reaching the end of this book, but in reality, this is just the beginning of your journey. You have taken a deep dive into the illusions of the Matrix, the conditioning that has shaped your thoughts, and the hidden forces that have influenced your life without your awareness. But now, you have the power to break free. The knowledge you have gained is not just for intellectual understanding. It is meant to be lived, practiced, and integrated into your daily existence. True freedom does not come from simply knowing the truth, but from living it fearlessly. What comes next? You now stand at a crossroad. 1. You can go back to the familiar world, the one shaped by comfort, social expectations, and unconscious living. 2. Or you can choose the path of true awareness and conscious creation, where every decision is made with clarity, purpose, and sovereignty. The second path is not always easy. The world will try to pull you back into the old ways through distractions, societal pressures, and fear-based narratives. But now you know how to stay awake, question everything, and take control of your reality. You are the creator of your reality every day. You have the power to question what you are told and think independently. Align your actions with your highest truth. Live with purpose, not by default. Design a life that reflects your authentic self. You do not need permission to live freely. The only person who can grant you that freedom is yourself. Final challenge. Live what you have learned. I challenge you to take one action today, no matter how small, that moves you closer to your true self. Say no to something that does not serve you. Start a project that excites your soul. Spend time in silence and listen to your inner voice. Make a decision based on freedom, not fear. The future is unwritten. You hold the pen. This is your life. This is your moment. Now go and create a reality that is truly yours.
For more video like this, please like and subscribe.